Okay, I want to show you in this video how to add a scroll bar to your Excel sheet. And so I've got a situation here where I've got length and width of a rectangle and I'm calculating the area right here. And let's say I'm in a situation where I know my width is set, it's always going to be 10, and I want to see how the area is affected if I change the length of my rectangle. All right, and so one good way to kind of change through a lot of values easily is to add in a scroll bar to this so that I can use that scroll bar and it will adjust my values here. And as those values change, it will change what my area is and I can see that change. So it's a little bit tricky. Doing this because first off you have to make sure you add this developers tab in, and so I've already got mine because I've done this before, but let me show you where you have to go to add in the developers tab so that you can add the scroll bar. So we need to go to file over here and then the options right there. And under the options we have this customize ribbon right there. And under our main tabs over here, there is one called Developer. Make sure that has a check mark by it. If it doesn't, click on it, add the check mark, hit OK, and that will add your Developers tab up here. And so then up here you should be able to see there's our Developers tab. If we go to that tab, now we can insert our scroll bar. And so that's right here, insert, and we have actually all kinds of fun things we can add. Right now we're just going to add our scroll bar right there. Click on that and I can put this wherever I want. Since I'm dealing with the length, I'm going to kind of put mine in, and you can size it however you want to make it. I'm going to put mine in right here. You can also adjust the sizes after, right? Really wonky looking. However you want to have your scroll bar, you can actually make it go up and down this way too if you want it to go that direction, right? And we can move this around a little bit if we want and do some things with that here. But right now, you'll see my scroll bar doesn't actually do anything, right? So I need to make sure that it is set so it's accessing the cell that I want it to be changing. And so if I right click on this and go to this format control, that gives me these options so that I can change some things on here. And so some different options I've got. Current value, where am I starting off with this? You can set that to whatever maybe we want things to start off at 36 like I originally have here, so we'll start with that. Minimum value, well, I don't really need to see what my area is going to be if my length is 0. I know that's going to be 0, so we'll start at 1 instead. And maybe I only want to go up to 50, that's my maximum value. Incremental change, that is how much this will go up each time I click on one of the arrows. And so that's going up by 1, that's good. And then page change, how much does it go up if I just click somewhere in the middle of the bar? And so it's changing by 10. If I click in the middle, I can adjust that if I want. Then the important part here is this cell link. And so clicking on here and then clicking on my length right there adds in that length. Right there, and so it's always going to be referring to this cell right here, whatever's in there, and that's what it's going to be changing as I scroll through my scroll bar. 3D shading you can add in. We also have some other things we can add in as far as sizing and different things if you want to adjust those here. Hit OK and click off that, and now we have our scroll bar, and you'll see as I click on that, it goes up, and it will go up to 50. That was my max value, and you'll notice my area is changing as well because I entered in that formula that's referencing that cell to calculate my area, and so we can see that change every time I change my length. There changes my area too, and so you can see here's my page. It goes up by 10 or down by 10 depending on where I click on that. And that's our scroll bar.